Oh, not my technicality, the love is kiss the canvas. Now the whole family gets mad at me. My daughter don't want me, that's at her PTA meetings. And then my son, he can't talk. When I change him, he's peeing, I think he's pissed. Can't dismiss the matter of the fact because he saw me and you argue. Now the energy's coming back, set an example. A positive pattern, keep life on track. But I'm married to the music and committed to the wax, taste, and tea.
Hi, I'm Karina Longworth for Netscape at the Movies, and that was a clip from Idlewild, otherwise known as the Outkast movie. Yes, the boys who brought you the virus of 2003, otherwise known as Hey Ya, are back, and this time they've made a musical. Andre 3000 Benjamin and Antoine Big Boy Patton play Percival and Rooster, childhood friends who grew up to become very different people. Percival, the shy son of an undertaker, follows in his father's straight-laced shoes by day and plays piano at a speakeasy cabaret at night. Rooster, the son of a bootlegger, manages that speakeasy, and in between bouts of heavy boozing and rampant womanizing, headlines its nightly act.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rooster!
Many recent musicals such as Chicago and Moulin Rouge have been put together with such a tight economy, it almost feels like the fun has been choreographed right out. Idlewild is nowhere near as slick as those films, which alternately works and doesn't. Keeping in mind that the action takes place in a Prohibition-era speakeasy in the Deep South, the stage numbers feel authentically scrappy. Still, it looks like all of dance director Hinton Battle's energy went into managing the dancers on the floor of the club, who demonstrate a technically virtuosic hybrid of swing and hip-hop that the press materials refer to as swap. Though they have more chemistry together than any other couple in this film, Andre and Big Boy apparently can't stand working together, and so Idlewild wastes a lot of time giving each of their characters separate things to do to keep the actors apart. Percival gets a soap opera thanks to love interest Paula Patton, and Rooster finds himself in the middle of a mob movie as he tries to appease and eventually outrun a brutal Terrence Howard.
Feel like the figure four leg, like the jury went away and then they came back deadlocked. I can't even breathe, can't even buy a decent sack without the steps in the seat. No dreams, no keys to ease the stress of everyday living. The homeless people gotta suck it up wherever they live in. The unforgiving or the unwilling live a life of sinning and expect to be as pure as an infant in the beginning. But what about repenting?
Director Brian Barber embellishes his already heavily stylized live-action set pieces with little bits of animation. And just as it did for the Disney films of the 1950s and 60s, such as Mary Poppins, this technique allows the filmmakers to get away with giant leaps in logic and lapses into surreality. But the ultimate problem with Idlewild is that in between all of these highly stylized live-action set pieces, it just isn't wild enough. Of the two stars, Big Boy knows his way around a line a little bit better than Andre, but most of the scripted scenes still don't really work, and it's often torture waiting for the next musical number.
You square when I say you square.
Nobody's going to see the Outkast movie for subtle plot nuance, and though there's not a musical number here that doesn't work, there's just simply not enough of them. And there's a simple enough reason why. Idlewild was shot in 2004 and has apparently been sitting on the shelf ever since, whilst Andre and Big Boy separately completed the film's soundtrack. They apparently ran out of new songs whilst filming because two numbers from their hit album Speakerboxx The Love Below have been recycled into this film. It's too bad they didn't do things the other way around. From what I hear, the quote-unquote Idlewild soundtrack is pretty phenomenal. But as so few of the new songs have made it into the film, Idlewild the musical can hardly serve as a commercial for Idlewild the album. Still, there's enough good going on here to give it a mild recommendation, certainly for Outkast fans, if not for anyone who's interested in the post-MTV musical film. I'm Karina Longworth for Netscape at the Movies.